Looking for a crunchy and gluten-free snack to make? I've got just the thing. Stay tuned. Hi, my name is Katrina. Welcome to the Organixx channel, where together we get creative in the kitchen with healthy ingredients to make not only your body but your taste buds happy. Today we're going to be making a gluten-free rosemary cracker. In a small bowl, add 1 teaspoon of flaxseed meal. Now, since this is going to be a dairy-free recipe, this is going to act as our egg and binding agent. To the flaxseed meal, add 1 tablespoon of filtered water and about 4 drops of rosemary essential oil. Now, if you don't have this, you can always substitute it with 1 teaspoon of fresh or 1/3 teaspoon of dry. Rosemary has amazing health benefits like reducing anxiety and also boosting your memory. Mix up the ingredients really well, and this is going to thicken as we let it sit. So set this aside and we'll begin putting our dry ingredients together. Okay, so in your large mixing bowl, add 1/2 cup of white rice flour, which is high in fiber and great for your digestion. 1/4 cup of tapioca flour. Now, tapioca flour is actually made out of the cassava root. There's also cassava flour that you could use as well. The only difference is tapioca is just processed a little bit more. Both should work great though in this recipe. 1/2 cup of almond flour, which is a great source of protein. And now you can always make your own by grinding up whole almonds. Really simple to make. If you do make your own, make sure you don't mix it too much, otherwise it will turn into almond butter. 1/2 teaspoon of ground black pepper, and you could also substitute this with cayenne pepper if you prefer. Just don't use 1/2 teaspoon. It would be more like a pinch or two. And then 1/2 teaspoon of pink Himalayan or sea salt. Whisk up all of your dry ingredients together. Now we're ready to add in our wet ingredients to the dry. So make a well in your dry ingredients and then add in 2.5 tablespoons of olive oil, or you could probably substitute it with melted coconut oil, but I've never tried it before. So if you do, definitely let me know how it goes for you. Your flaxseed mixture, which should have thickened up nicely by now, and it has. Look at that, that is perfect. It's exactly what we want. Last, let's add 3 tablespoons of filtered water. Mix up all of your ingredients really well until your dough forms. Now comes the fun part. You want to use your hands, hopefully clean hands, and knead your dough all together. So if you can see this, mine is still crumbly and it's not sticking together all the way. You want to add in just a little bit of water at a time until it's all completely smooth and it's not cracking. All right, let's see how that does. Okay, when your dough forms a nice ball, which mine has, place it on a big sheet of parchment paper, and then take another sheet of parchment paper, put it right on top, and you're going to want to roll your dough out until it's really thin, so about 1/8 of an inch thick. Just going to smash it down first to get it going, and then roll it out. Okay, once you have your dough all rolled out, take the top piece of parchment paper off. And now you get to cut your dough into the size and shape of crackers that you would like. I think I'm just gonna do squares. You can either use a knife or a pizza cutter and go to it. So obviously you're gonna have some extra edges here that I can come back and re-roll out afterwards and make a few more crackers. Okay, once you have your crackers cut out in the shape that you would like them, take a baking sheet and line it with some more parchment paper. And I just used that extra sheet that I had put on top when I was rolling out the dough. And so I've tried this, just taking it and cooking all of these together just as it is now. And what I found was it didn't cook real evenly, so I'm going to try something different today. I'm actually going to separate them just a little bit in hopes that they'll cook a little bit more evenly. So this is going to take a little bit more time, yes, and hopefully it'll be worth it. Okay, I still had a little bit of dough left over, so I'm actually going to be able to make another sheet of these, maybe not quite as much. So the last two things I'm going to do before I stick it in the oven is take a fork and just poke a few holes in each of the crackers. Hopefully this will also help them bake more evenly. And then once I've put the holes in all of the dough, I'm going to take a little mixture of salt and some fresh chopped up rosemary from my garden and sprinkle it on top just to add a little bit more flavor, a little bit more saltiness. Now these beauties are ready to be stuck in the oven. You want to bake them on 325 degrees Fahrenheit for about 12 minutes. And you can check to see if they're done by taking your finger and making sure that it's no longer wet in the middle of the crackers, so you want them completely dry. And they should turn a light golden color. Okay, I just removed my crackers out of the oven. Make sure you let them cool completely on the pan as is before you give them a try. Okay, let's give these gluten-free rosemary crackers a try. Those are really nice. You know, I probably could have cooked mine just a little bit longer, but I love the subtle flavor of the salt and the rosemary. I really liked adding that little bit of extra fresh rosemary on top, if you can do that. And I also was debating when I was cooking it, I didn't try it, but before putting them in the oven, maybe brush them with just a little bit extra olive oil and then putting the salt and the fresh rosemary on. I bet that would be really yummy too. If you try that, definitely let me know how that goes for you. These are really nice. It's a really nice cracker that you can pull out at any time and not feel bad about eating. It's gluten-free, it's dairy-free, it's egg-free, and it's delicious. So give it a try and let me know what you think. Here at Organixx, we love hearing from you. So if you have some feedback to give, please leave that in the comment section below. Also, I'm here every week with a new recipe, so be sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any. I look forward to seeing you next week in the kitchen.